Trust.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's a couple of new ones, yeah. There's new. Deb's new. We got a few, but we're slowly making progress. Should be coming back this summer. Okay, so we'll wait for Allison. You missed the pledge.
Sure, we'll wait for you to make it up.
Yeah.
Solo.
Oh, gosh.
I would like to open the public hearings on the three proposed village budgets, the general fund budget for June 1st, 2024 through May 1st, 2025, the water fund budget for June 1st, 2024 through May 31st, 2025, and the special assessment district budget for June 1st, 2024 through May 31st, 2025. Is there any discussion? I'll entertain a motion to approve. I'm just, you look first, so.
No discussion, nobody showed up.
It's
I guess that's a good sign, right?
Yeah,
With
should be.
that, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion on the floor from trustee Root. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Philomeno. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. All right, so the rest of our boilerplate stuff. Oh, yeah, I'll close the public hearing. Regular village board meeting night is the third Monday of the month at 4:30 PM. Unless otherwise impeded by a Monday holiday, namely Martin Luther King and President's Day. And take a motion to approve that.
So move.
Seconded by
Second it.
trustee Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. Set official newspaper for the village of Lake George, it being the Post Star, as we have no other options.
I'll make the motion to accept the Post Star as the official newspaper.
Second
Seconded by trustee Root. All those in favor say aye.
it. Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Commercial crime insurance policy for clerk treasurer and other employees of the village. Standard, we just have to renew that, or are we just renewing it? I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by trustee Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. The official bank of deposit for the village of Lake George would be TD Bank and Adirondack Trust.
Make a motion to approve that. Those two banks for our official designation.
I'll take a second. Second by trustee Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Set mile reimbursement for authorized meetings. What did it change to?
67 cents.
67
It's
cents?
been that since the 1st of January, which we already approved.
Okay. Well, let's approve it again. All those, motion,
I'll make that motion.
motion by trustee Joe. Is there a second? Second by trustee Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Adopt NICOM rules of procedures to conduct all village meetings. I'll put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Root. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Resolution for permitted absences for planning and zoning members is no more than 4 or 3 in a row. I'll take a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Joe. Is there a second? Seconded by trustee Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Okay, so our yearly appointments, I have the list here, as you all do. The budget officer is myself, is the mayor. The deputy mayor is trustee Mastro Domenico. Clerk is Julie Allen. Deputy Clerk, Danae Bach. Treasurer, Danae Bach. Deputy Treasurer, Julie Allen. Records Management Officer, Julie Allen. Investment Control Officer, Danae Bach. Acting Purchasing Agent, Julie Allen. Registrar of Vital Statistics, Julie Allen. Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics is Danae Bach. Sub-Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics is Lori Bott. Village Board Minute Taker, Julie Allen. Incident Response Manager, Julie Allen. Director of Planning and Zoning, Dan Baruch. Village Attorneys, Meyer and Fuller. And Stockwell, I think. Water Commissioner, Trustee Master Domenico. Street Commissioner, Trustee Filomeno. Sanitation Commissioner, Trustee Root. Fire Commissioner, all trustees and the mayor. Parks and Rec Commissioner, Trustee Miller. Public Safety, Fire and Safety Officers, Trustee Filomeno. Beautification Commissioner, Mayor Perry. Trees Commissioner, Trustee Mastro Domenico. Buildings Commissioner, Trustee Root. Street Lighting, Trustee Root. Shared Services, Mayor Perry. Superintendent of Public Works, Keith Lanfear. Assistant Superintendent of Public Works, Tim Shutt. Handicap Discrimination Officer, Mayor Perry. ADA Coordinator, Keith Lanfear. Climate Smart Community Ed Coordinator, Trustee Mastro Domenico. Village Historian, Margaret Mannix. Payroll Clerk and Purchasing Clerk is Christine Bruno is our new hire. We hired her on Friday, correct? She will start April 8th. Records Access Appeals Officer, Attorney Larry Paltrowitz. Chaplain Emergency Plan, Ally Trowbridge from the Caldwell Presbyterian Church. Safety Officer, Tim Shutt. MBO Officer, Tim Shutt. Title IV Coordinator, Keith Lanfear. Sexual Harassment Officer, Workplace Violence Prevention and Pandemic Response Coordinator, Mayor Perry. Special Committee Representatives, Adirondack Gateway Council, Mayor Perry. Adirondack North Country Associates Representative, Trustee Mastro Domenico. Adirondack Glens Falls Transportation Council, Keith Lanfear. Fire Committee, Mayor Perry, Trustee Filomeno, and Councilperson Nancy Stannard. Go Green Committee, Trustee Miller and Lori Bott. Greater Glens Falls Transit Advisory Committee, which I would think we would probably want to call that CDPA now. Because they absorbed them, is myself. Personnel Committee, Mayor Perry, Chris Andrews, John Helms, Tim Shutt, and Lori Bott. Safety Committee, Mayor Perry, Keith Lanfear, Tim Shutt, Julie Allen, and the Chief of the Fire Department. The Save Committee is Student Connection and Teen Center is Mayor Perry. Wood Park O&M Committee is Mayor Perry and Keith Lanfear as voting members. Director of Special Events is going to be determined. We have until June to do so. I have not spoken with current Director of Special Events in regards to it. We want to let him heal and then we'll have the conversation in the next couple weeks. Planning Board, 5-year terms expiring April of 2026 is Carol Sullivan as the chair. Patricia Dow also expiring April of 2026. Dean Howland will renew. I've confirmed it with him upon his expiration of this April. Kevin Murray expiring April 28. Walt Adams will renew his. I confirmed with him, is expiring this April as well. Patricia Leland, term expiring for 2027. Ron Mogren will be leaving the Zoning Board of Appeals. Mike Ravalli. I will appoint Tom Sullivan to the chair. His term expires for 2028. Mike Ravalli will be renewing. I've confirmed with him. Kieran Murray, his term expires for April 2028. Jeff Blau, April of 2025, and Rob Labar of 2027. We're going to add a new alternate. I have received a couple suggestions from the ZBA members. One being, I haven't spoken with her yet, Barb Smith. from Jokes Farm Road or Parrot Pond Extension. There's two Barb Smiths,
Yeah, okay.
not the one Skylar Heights, but
Yeah.
the one on Parrot Pond. I will take any recommendations that anyone has to make. Not, it's not pressing because we have until the end of April.
Mhm.
So, if you think of anyone in the public that is a village resident, that you think would be good, let me know.
And they don't meet only as needed. They don't meet.
It's an alternate position, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, the
Correct.
committee or the board doesn't meet on a monthly basis. They only
No,
meet as
just
needed.
as needed, yeah. And I would also appoint Kieran Murray, who is our current alternate, to full-time member. So that leaves space for a new alternate. So I will take a motion to approve those appointees.
I'll make that motion.
And is there a second? Second by trustee Miller. All those in favor, say aye. Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So setting paid holidays for the village of Lake George. I added a couple. I didn't really add them. But it's Memorial Day, Juneteenth, we added last year, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving. We always do the Friday after. That's, I don't think that was new. That was the same. But I added.
That's the same.
Because New Year's and Christmas Day, we always do Christmas Eve off. And New Year's Day, we do the eve and the day. It's always been so for the office. So we just want to memorialize it. It wasn't memorialized before, so we just wanted, if Christmas falls on a Monday, then it would be the Monday and the day after Christmas, or same for New Year's.
So it falls on a Saturday, Christmas Eve.
Yeah, when it does, they get 2 days off for Christmas.
Yeah, generally if.
But this year, in particular, it's Tuesday and Wednesday for each. So we don't have to do
Yeah.
it yearly.
So it could be a potential 3-day,
Three-day break, yeah. Then Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, and each employee gets their birthday off. I will take a motion to approve those paid holidays.
and if it falls on their day off, it's a floating kind of holiday.
It's a floating
thing?
within 2 weeks is our
Okay.
policy on that.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Filomeno. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. Oh, let's readopt our workplace violence, harassment policy procedures, internet and acceptable use policy, and cyber incident response policy. These have not changed. We are making improvements currently to our internet usage and storage, so details for those as they progress.
And they are just, they're in the handbook, so when I present the new handbook for you guys to approve, they'll be, if there's any changes, they'll be submitted with the new handbook.
Take a motion to approve those 4 items.
I'll make a
So wait,
motion.
1, 2, 3, 4, yes.
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Filomeno.
Got on.
All
On the
those
record
in
book.
favor say aye.
What have you been waiting for? Some big one?
Aye.
You're saving it up for some big one down the line?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Investment policy for the village of Lake George, by our chief fiscal officer, treasurer Danae Bach. All of the investments will be formed in the form of CDs, time deposit accounts, or money market accounts. Certificates of deposit may be purchased by TD Bank, North America, Glens Falls National Bank and Trust, or Adirondack Trust Company.
I have a question just out of curiosity.
Sure.
Now that the CDs or money markets are paying 5%, are we taking advantage of that?
We are.
Okay.
We are. We have,
The amount of money we have probably makes some pretty good
Yeah, we have
interest on that.
a meeting coming up with 2 different people. One is our representative from TD Bank. And then the other is New York Class, which we are setting up it's the former comptroller from the school. Lynn Durway had retired from the school and she's working for New York Class, which is a very high yielding municipal savings company.
Back in the day when it was less than 1%, nobody
Right.
paid attention, but now 5.
Now you can make a good amount of money
Yeah,
on
you know, it's a little,
a good amount of money.
yeah, yeah, or any kind of money. You can make a little bit,
Yeah. Okay, so I will take a motion to approve our investment policy.
gladly make that.
All right, motion by trustee Root. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Filomeno. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. I vote aye. Procurement policy is our purchasing agent Julie Allen. And would be a deputy person.
Yeah, it'd be
purchasing
the
agent?
backup,
The backup?
basically, yeah.
Would be our new employee when she is up to speed. There is a myriad of items under this. If you need a chance to review it, or you've already reviewed it and are fine with it, speak now or forever hold your peace. I will take a motion to approve that.
Motion to approve.
Just a note there, it's got some outdated, I think you're looking at, yeah. Blaze Earl Master
Oh,
Manager,
goodness.
Perry and Root.
Oh, that was
Oh,
copied
but
from,
yeah.
Yeah,
this
copied
is
from
just
last
literally-
year.
It'll get changed
Yeah,
when I actually write in the resolution and the new numbers and everything, because the numbers aren't even the same.
Good to see those old names. But anyway.
It's
I'll
nice.
take it.
Bill Gang, I'll take a second.
I did. Second.
Oh, you seconded. You made the motion?
I mean,
You switched it around there.
Wow.
Okay.
yeah.
He
all
votes,
those-
it's coming alive.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. I vote aye. Resolution in authorizing advance approval of claims between monthly audits. This allows us to pay people in a timely manner before we end up having a late fee. For nothing that is outside of the realm of normal possibility. I'll take a motion to approve that. So moved. Motion by trustee Master Domenico. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Root. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. I vote aye. Firehouse use application. I'm far behind here. Okay. Yes, so let's see, firearms prohibited. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is. this
It's
is
literally,
use-
you've been through the whole
Oh, we've been through
deal.
everything. Okay,
We're through all of the annual organizational. This is just a couple things at the end.
gotcha. It's perfect now. I gotta catch up. So Stephanie Irish is she a member?
Yes, she's a member of the,
Ladies Auxiliary?
Ladies Auxiliary. Yeah.
Okay. Motion to approve the firehouse use application for a first birthday party.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Okay, motion by trustee Root. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by trustee Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Mayor votes aye. Now, the second chance quote we got, it is for our restroom cleaners. Keith was like pulling teeth to try to get a response and get this quote. So he finally was able to do so late last week. It did go up, but very minimally as opposed to as much as we thought it was gonna go up. So it's 74,000 for, what is it, for?
$64,670.77.
Yeah, last year was 73,653.90.
So it really went up 1,000. We pay this out of Octex, so it is not a burden to the village taxpayer. And they do a pretty good job. I did want to see if we could do figure out another way to do it. Remember, we used to have Pete Trotta and a bunch of
yeah.
employees, but we couldn't pay for that out of Octex and that would have impacted our budget. So for now, we can keep things according to
Yeah,
Hoyle. They do a good job,
They show up
but they have no choice but to show up usually.
and they're supervised.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we have, our supervisors are in place.
Yeah, I'll make a
Or-
motion to approve that contract with Second Chance Opportunities.
Okay, motion on the floor by trustee Root. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Filomeno. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those say nay. Motion's carried. Mayor votes aye. This is that truck that we had repaired. Came in a little bit higher than what we originally approved. I think it was $6,000 more,
It was 7,200.
7,200.
It ended up being 82,77,71.
So what are we in? What's our grand total?
82,77,71.
We approved what?
We 72, so it's up $1,000 over what we
Okay.
approved.
Yeah, so they got in tearing some things apart and found that there was more work that needed to be done, but They did have a kit that they bought that they were able to return to save like $600. So they were honest about that and didn't install parts that weren't needed. So I'll make a motion that we approve Tyrell's Automotive and Utica National Insurance.
I'll second it.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
go over
just our
Utica
insurance,
National
it's just that the due date
Oh, okay.
is on April first, and our next payment, our next audit is on the 15th. I got this literally last week,
Okay.
The
so.
long list looks like they went through everything on that
It,
truck.
it's basically, it was a
Yeah.
pretty new truck to begin with. We won't be buying any more like that, any more diesels like that.
No.
But we had to make the repairs on it. It's better than a new truck.
Yeah, cheaper, that's for sure.
So, I'll take a motion to approve those two payments.
They'll be paid at the, just, at the
I thought you
payroll
made the
versus
motion
the
and I
audit.
seconded
There you go.
it. I thought-
Seconded by trustee Root.
Unless I didn't, I don't know.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion's carried.
Last
There.
thing, before we leave, I need to set up a special hearing for the fire when they're having their elections.
Oh, yeah.
We just had, it's literally a 5-minute meeting
Yep.
to approve their new chief and all of that.
If you have that, we try to get it, the vote is Tuesday of next week,
On
and the Saturday is the office
Yeah.
of the appointments. It's always the first Saturday of the month. I will not be able to attend either the vote to approve. I would ask Joe to stand in for me.
Mm.
And if you can go to the installation dinner
Mhm.
and approve them or swear them in my stead. Last year we had a really good showing and it's nice to see they like when we go to these things. For years, it didn't happen, but I think it's a good improvement toward our relationship with the firemen because they tend to go, have their own ideas, and if we're not there, they think we're.
They didn't have their
Not
dress
supporting them.
uniforms. They were getting new dress uniforms, so it was kind of odd to have them. Normally, they're all in their dress uniforms, aren't they? Yeah.
So we're trying,
I think I'm gonna go. My
Okay.
wife probably isn't gonna go. She had enough of that stuff. But she says, Ray's wife didn't go last year. Joe's wife didn't go last year. Why I have to go? Good point.
so we're looking for it, the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th, one of those dates before so it had their elections on the 2nd.
I can do
We'd
it.
wanna
Whatever
get the
time they
approval
do it.
before their
When we just need a quorum.
swearing
so
in.
It used to be like 8 o'clock.
April, you're saying.
We used to do
Yeah,
it
so
late.
it'd literally be Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of next week.
Oh,
You just need 3 people and it takes.
You
5
just need
minutes.
And
three,
it, yeah,
No, we won't, like,
I could do any of those days.
okay.
I think I can.
Yeah, I'm clean.
Yeah, I
Oh,
And you're still not back to work, right?
should be able to make it. I just won't say
Yeah.
Friday if it's a Wednesday or Thursday.
How about we set it for Thursday, the 4th? What time? 9 AM?
As of now, it should work for me.
Four.
The 4th at 9 AM?
whatever works for these guys.
Okay,
I'm off that day.
4th at 9 AM, special meeting.
But it doesn't conflict with
Literally
my exercise
5 minutes.
schedule.
Okay.
Does Joe need to be here? Not really.
Well,
Just need a
I
quorum,
just need a
right?
just need a
Quorum, so-
quorum, but if, Joe.
Yeah, if I'm not back to work yet, I mean, I might be back light duty. I'll find out Monday.
Oh, that's.
Oh, okay. Well, if, in his stead,
Well,
I
it's
would
Friday
offer
and Thursday.
trustee Root to run
It's
the
Friday,
meeting. and
I could, yeah,
Absence.
I didn't realize he's
Yeah,
not,
it's not-
I didn't
it's
realize
not-
you were working.
No.
Yeah.
They'll
It's
give
not
us,
much of a meeting.
they'll give,
really.
and the reason I prefer Thursday is so that
Brandon
I won't
Combs is
get my
running
list
for
till
re-election
Wednesday
Against Jim
of
Barber.
what they voted on and who won.
Jim's the
Yeah.
first
Election.
assistant chief right now.
So,
I think I should be
Yeah.
fine. I
all
will.
right, well, if not, you guys all
Sort
have
of
my
some
contact
back-end
information.
Thursday, let me write that.
Thursday, 9 AM.
Monday, we
The 4th.
Devoted as much time as they were happy with.
I'm trying to, yeah, Thursday the 4th.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, what you got?
So last Friday, I determined.
Oh,
my-
yeah.
My newest employee, he made some threatening statements,
Oh.
some terminated him. The second choice when I hired him, when I told him, he was rejected, he wants to work for the village, he was my second choice, and I think he's going to be a good employee. I'm gonna meet with him tomorrow morning. He lives right here in Lake George. His name's Alex. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head, but I would like the board's permission to hire him tomorrow.
He's already been interviewed and he almost got hired last time.
The only reason he
Few
got
months.
hired was because this other gentleman had some wastewater experience. This, he doesn't, but I think he's gonna be a good fit for it
At what rate? Sorry.
at $20.
That's what-
At our normal starting rate. He doesn't have a CDL, right?
Is there any anything we need to do with termination?
I'm
Is there
sorry.
any documentation or anything we need to do for termination of?
No, it's.
He filed his report.
Filed his
I
report,
put it
so
in.
it's all been done. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
it was an unfortunate circumstance, but you can, yeah.
So there was an intrusion alarm, at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He was just on his way home. He had a work phone. And, he called, Tim Junior. And he said, well, do I have to come in and check it out? Well, yeah, Tim Junior said, yeah, you do. He goes, well, if I have to go back in there, somebody's gonna die, or I'm gonna kill somebody, somebody's gonna die. That's what he said.
Some other things have come to light since he was hired
Yeah.
from Tim, that he had some history of some violence and
And his learning curve was, there's no curve. Pretty flat. So.
That's a great way to
It
put
was
it.
like the snow on Saturday, just kept on going down.
So, yeah, that's just like.
Make a
Motion?
Motion by trustee Root and seconded by trustee Miller.
Oh, Miller.
All those in favor of hiring Alex Blank under the recommendation of our
I'll give you.
wastewater
Yes.
treatment superintendent. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion's carried. We do have a lot of applications coming in for our seasonal positions. Mostly meter enforcement, some for beautification. I think we're looking for 4 for beautification.
We just opened them.
We just
today.
opened them. yeah.
Today, the rec center employee and the beautification just opened today.
And that same
The
guy
meter one was last.
that
week.
applied for wastewater and then a meter enforcement applied for the rec center. So he really wants to work for the village of Lake George. Yeah.
Like that.
So, we'll keep you posted as those, applications come in and we conduct interviews and, should be staffing up pretty good for the season. We also have to ask our former or last seasonal, meter enforcement as well as, Judy's crew before we go taking anyone new on.
But you're scaling back on meter enforcement? No?
Nope, we usually have 5. A couple we know are coming back. I just need to, actually, when we get our new employee up to speed, she's going to be running that department, as Denise did. So she'll be communicating with meter enforcement, scheduling them and setting their schedule as well as their, swearing in of the new officers.
Training to train
Training.
them how to do.
Yeah, we have Dan Elkins, who helps out a lot with the training. Keith, what do you got? Anything?
Yeah, just, give you guys a heads up, starting next Monday, we're gonna be starting our annual, hydrant flushing. Going through the Easter holiday, for most of that week, it's easier just for us to do that in school and stuff like that, so not a lot of people around, so. We're gonna put it on the LED signs, on Sherman Park and, Beach Road parking lot as well with that sign. And we're gonna have it on the radio as well, so.
It's in the Post-Star too. The
Pardon?
Post-Star,
In the
it'll be in the
Post-Star.
Post-Star Thursday and on Saturday.
So.
And our
it's
Facebook
usually
page, we can always put
approximately a 2-week episode. We boiled it down a little bit, last year, using our day a little bit better, and it worked out pretty well, so that'll commence on Monday.
Cool. And just also by way of an update, we have, a few men and women from the, DPW, they're gonna be helping out with, power washing. This building, the bandstand, the bathrooms. First off, they're gonna start with the dugouts at the ball fields, and the, concession stand. The bathrooms have been completely redone, just waiting for the flooring to get put down in the concession stand, bathrooms for the ball fields. The football field bathrooms have been completely redone and painted. They look really good. If you guys ever get a chance to get up there and check them out, it's a nice facility, the one at the football field.
Yeah.
But we're trying to bring the ones at the concession stand up to snuff. So I've picked out a bunch of colors that match the most appropriately. We're gonna standardize our trim to the same color for all buildings, sort of like your shirt. That, and, you know, what, hunter green or whatever.
I think I brushed some of that off.
You probably did, but we're gonna try to organize a volunteer day, sometime. Maybe just after the start of the season, we get some parents involved, Rotary Club wants to get involved. Basically, what we're gonna try to do is prep all the buildings, hope for 3 good dry days before. For the allotted amount of time you have to wait before you can, put the solid stain on them, and, we're gonna see some real improvements around here. Keith and I went over the colors, the bathrooms and the bandstand do not currently match. There are a few different shades, they're gonna match though when we're all done. If I wanna have one, I think it makes sense to have one set
Continuity,
color,
yeah.
continuity.
Yeah.
These buildings are 50 yards apart and they should be the same color. So, but we have the staff, and we are staffing up for seasonal. But we have a very talented group of guys that are working for us, and they're, you know, we appreciate them, but they have a lot of capability, so we're gonna take advantage of that and start seeing some improvements around here. So that being said, anybody have anything?
I have this question. Do you know what's going on with the old, not your old hardware store, but the other old hardware store? I saw them.
I saw them put a new couple of services on the building.
And they're
um,
gutting it. They've got
Yeah.
that container out there, they're
Mhm.
cleaning it out. I don't- you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a big hunk of brass and copper sitting off that tub.
Yeah, I was wondering, they
Up
must be
there.
just going down to the studs inside there.
What's the address?
It's on the corner of Amherst and Ottawa.
In Ottawa, yeah. They used to
Plus
be
a
the-
mini chopper.
yeah. It's a pretty big house.
Yeah.
Goes
A big-
back, there's
big
another
building.
Pool in the
like-
Pool in
backyard.
between.
pool in
It's like
between,
two separate buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they,
Dreams Airbnb right there.
Yeah, and they're in the zone for it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's not a bad use of that property.
Yeah, I saw the new services going in there too.
Yep.
Now they're gutting, they're cleaning it out.
Yeah, cause we put 2 services.
They put 2, yeah,
Yeah.
instead of when there was 1. I think the guy, when he had the hardware store, he lived there too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Similar to like I did.
Yeah.
Carpenter,
Yeah.
Carpenter?
John, what's John's last name?
Montgomery,
Montgomery,
and
yeah.
his dog Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper, yeah. He had to sign people to come.
His son has a
Oh,
canvas in
Copper,
place.
it's not copper.
His son has a canvas in place.
The can,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boat
He
tops.
did back in the day. I was-
Yeah. I think he sold that
Yeah.
too. Or we're dating ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I know about that.
Well,
Joe,
I
what you
just, I noticed they started construction over, they started cleaning up again over Waterside
got?
Road.
Yeah, I heard that he was
Yeah.
going back over
Yeah,
there to
over
start.
there.
I mean, the snow sort of slowed him down, but I saw a
Well,
big loader
there-
there.
No
today,
snow
or
today, we
backhoe
were
there.
scooping stuff right out of there today with all that snow and everything,
Yeah.
so.
It's a pretty big excavator.
Was ever approved? This is just.
I don't think he
clearing
has,
thing,
this is just demolishing.
Hmm.
This the only permit he has is a demo permit. He hasn't submitted any plans for that, just like talk of what he wanted to do. So we really, I mean, we have no say over it, but, I haven't seen anything. I hope it's nice.
Big.
Nice job on the snow cleanup.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
job.
Those guys are going around the clock.
About hours.
Was it
Yeah.
just 3 guys? I saw John, Jeff, and and one other guy with the red truck from the rec center.
8 people up there.
Oh, yeah, we had a whole bunch of people.
Well, just in my area.
Yeah.
I saw the same 3 trucks in my area.
Yeah, no, all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Everybody but Billy Joe, who's out on injured reserve. Our hearts go out to him. He has what could be a bulging disc or a pinched nerve in his neck. It's affecting his shoulder, so he thought he had a torn rotator cuff. When they looked at him a little closer, he's got an MRI scheduled for next week, right?
I
Or
think it's the end of this week.
the end of this week, and they said, no, it's, what'd you do to your neck? He's like, I didn't come in for my neck, came in for my shoulder, and they said, your neck is really bad, and that's likely what's causing your shoulder. So he's gotta really have and he's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Whenever he goes, he gives 110%, and so we're just like to
Wish him luck.
wish him well and extend our thoughts.
Yep, Billy.
And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
So ordered.
You have a plow on your truck?
I got a little plow, yeah.
I think
It
I have the
works.
same one. It says the Homesteader.
No, it's, this one's,
Mine was a Fisher Homesteader.
oh yeah, no, this was